Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's Wisdom Wednesdays. I am Patrina Wisdom, your Fresh Start Specialist and CEO founder of Mindful Living Inc. And it's been a little while actually since I did a video. I've been taking a bit of a sacred self-care hiatus from the end of the summer, sometime in August, I think is when I kind of pulled back and started putting up some videos that I had done before. You know, I've been doing this Wisdom Wednesday video for 3 years straight, every Wednesday, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 times because of like a loss of a loved one or just something really outrageous. And so this really was the first time that I made a conscious decision to just kind of pull back and bring my energy back into myself, into my home, back into my family. And it was a tough decision, but it was an amazing decision. It's been a wonderful break. It's been a wonderful break, and I woke up this morning just really feeling inspired and wanting to share, wanting to be with you again in this space. So what I want to talk about today is awakening feminine flow, because I really feel like that's what I've been doing over the last month, is really reconnecting with my femininity and getting back into the universal flow, the oneness that I speak about all the time, but quite honestly, over the last month had become a little bit disconnected from, because I was so in my masculine. I was very focused, task focused, goal oriented, pushing, doing this, doing that. I had so many projects going on, which was amazing, but sometimes it throws you off of your natural feminine flow. So I'm happy to say that that's been restored, and I'm just feeling wonderful, and I'm ready to pour out my love and my sharing and teaching once again. So here we are. I want to jump right into our 3 tips for today because they're pretty juicy. So our first powerful tip for today is give yourself permission to slow down. No matter how important you think you are to other people, it's kind of amazing, because the truth is that everyone really will be okay without you. Give yourself permission to make yourself and your family a priority in your life. Bring your energy back into yourself and into your home. And this is exactly what I've done over the last month or so. It was a tough decision, because I was thinking, okay, well, what happens if I don't show up? What happens if I don't have a presence on social media? What happens if I'm not blasting to, the people who are following me and watching these videos and getting their inspiration from me? There was, I guess, a bit of a trigger around, will I be relevant? Will they remember me? Well, what's going to happen if I'm not there, if I don't show up? And interestingly enough, I'm able to show up even more powerfully now, because I've been able to rest. I've been able to rest. I've been able to reflect. I've been able to reconnect with me just being a mommy, instead of being a mommy and entrepreneur and servant and it's been amazing. So that's tip number 1, is give yourself permission to slow down. Everyone really will be okay. Powerful tip number 2 is, when things don't seem to be working, or when they're not working, stop pushing. Stop pushing. Learn to be flexible and flow around your challenges like water flows around river rocks. And our last powerful tip for today is know when to stop and regroup. Know when to stop and regroup. Sometimes we experience challenges because we're moving in the right direction, and it's like our commitment is being tested. But there really are other times where we're being called to just stop and redirect. As the Fresh Start Specialist, I've gotten really good at listening to my inner voice. And although it's sometimes uncomfortable or scary, I still do it. just like right now, I stopped and I'm like, okay, God, what's next? What are you calling me to? Because I know that God is asking me to show up in a different way, change the way that I show up, change the way that I deliver my services or my power or my gifts or my love, whatever that may be. So learn to listen to your inner voice. Listen to what people are beginning to ask you for, right? What are they beginning to come to you for? Where is your energy being called or your services being called to? These are all clues. And the faster that you learn how to acknowledge those clues and really give yourself permission to just stop and kind of refocus, regroup, and see what direction it is that you're meant to go. The easier and more just more ease that shows up in your life. When we're constantly pushing, when we're constantly forcing, and we have this really stringent idea about how things are supposed to be, that's when we get ourselves into trouble. That's when we get stressed out. That's when we get overwhelmed. And funny enough, I mean, that's where I was a month ago. There were so many things coming at me from different directions, mostly personally with my family, and it was to the point where I didn't even feel like myself anymore. You know, I could not think straight. I was being called and pulled in so many different directions. So know when to stop. This has been the most amazing month for me. It's been a long time since I allowed myself to take a full month off. Actually, I haven't done it since my husband passed 5 years ago. For the past 5 years, I've been committed to serving, to being there and present for my children, to being there present in my business and for my clients and for everyone else. And then squeezing in my sacred self-care time, which is why I was able to do it for so long. But this is the first time that I completely pulled back from my business for almost a month, not including my retreat, which was amazing. And what I realized is that I had to pull back. I had to go through those challenges and not push through them, but flow through them so that I could show up powerfully for my retreat. If I had not taken that time, I don't know if I would have been any good to my ladies last weekend. And everything that I went through leading up to that retreat was for those ladies. It was absolutely amazing. So you never know why you're going through the things that you're going through. Just trust that it's all happening for a reason, and that the universe is conspiring, conspiring. That's the word I'm looking for. In your favor. They're conspiring to make you a better person or to move you in the direction of where you are ultimately meant to be. And I honestly believe that, and it's been proven time and time and time again. But I will end my rant now. This has been fun, and it's been a long time, and I have a lot to catch you up on, but I will be back. So with that, I say thank you for joining me on this Wisdom Wednesdays. If you haven't already, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, you name it, YouTube, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon right here on your Wisdom Wednesdays.